Rosehill to call the fifth at Rosehill this afternoon, Johnny Tapp.
Thanks, Keno. Well, by golly, the wind's blowing straight off your snow and it is icy out here at Rosehill. Pity for the Turf Club because it's free day, free admission, free everything. The crowd is pretty good, in excess of 15,000, I'm led to believe. But, Kenny, given a nicer day, they'd have packed the joint out.
Would they what, John? As long as there's free winners here. I'm doing my best to supply them. Here, a young girl called Ricochet Rosie. I reckon she'll get the cash. It's a Grey Stars race, remember. Every runner is grey. Number 1, Loose Blue, is at 4 to 1, Mick Dittman's mount. 8 to 1, Superman. 6, Black Manor. 8, Hyatt. 9 to 4, Ricochet Rosie. Yep, she's still going to pay about that, $3.40 at the moment, a little bit better than 9 to 4. Flying Aces and Audley Street are scratched. 12, Live Wire Lady. 8, The Pirate King. 33, Grey Flight. 50, Follow My Heart. 25, Liberty Light. 100, Brave Edition. 30, Bunnybrook. 100, Moralia Lad. 100, Zephanique. 330, Queen Song. And 100, What a Pilgrim. There's a lot of roughies. I hope the favourite wins. Here's John.
OK, Ken, I'm with you. Ricochet Rosie, I think she's a pretty useful little mare, certainly better than average, and with a good record of 4 wins from only 8 starts so far, and trained at Kembla by a very smart young mentor in David Hayes. One to come up, Hyatt, clouding over again and looking very ominous at Rosehill, and a bitterly cold day. I don't think I've seen as many overcoats at a sporting venue, certainly at a race meeting, in a long, long time. Now, Hyatt has moved up to complete the line, and the starter Billy Dale is coming over to release the field in the Bernard Hammerman Grey Stars for 1989. A big field, and they face well, and they're off in the Grey Stars. Zephanique is flat-footed, missed the start very badly, and Ricochet Rosie is about the first out, beginning quickly. Black Manor, Brave Edition is fast into stride. What a Pilgrim and Hyatt are showing good early pace, and Bunnybrook and the Pirate King are prominent, followed by Superman. In that bunch of leaders soon after the start, Liberty Light, and further back as Loose Blue, followed by Live Wire Lady, and then Follow My Heart, Moralia Lad and Grey Flight, and well back Queen Song, and Zephanique has tailed off after a slow start. Through the gap onto the course proper, What a Pilgrim led over Black Manor. Ricochet Rosie in third place, a length away. Hyatt trapped deep on the outside of Brave Edition, followed by Superman. On the fence then as they come to the turn, Bunnybrook, and a gap to the Pirate King and Liberty Light, followed by Live Wire Lady and Grey Flight. Into the straight, Ricochet Rosie got right up on the fence and hit the lead as they turn for home over Black Manor. Superman is putting in a run, and further out Brave Edition, followed by Bunnybrook and Live Wire Lady. At the 200, Ricochet Rosie got clear of Superman and Black Manor, followed by Bunnybrook, and now Loose Blue. Wide out is coming home hard, but little Rosie. Ricochet Rosie shot clear, and she's the Grey Star for 1989. Ricochet Rosie a mile too good, and one well over Loose Blue and Black Manor, followed by Superman. Then Live Wire Lady, the Pirate King and Grey Flight, Moralia Lad, further back Brave Edition, Queen Song, and then Bunnybrook and Zephanique, followed by Follow My Heart and Liberty Light. Well back What a Pilgrim, and Hyatt pulled up with the tail enders in the Bernard Hammerman Grey Stars for 89, and Ricochet Rosie. A brilliant winner, trained by David Hayes, and set her first up for this win in the Grey Stars. A tip-top training effort and a very good ride by Jamie Innes. Number 5, Ricochet Rosie, $3.60 and $1.70. Number 1, Loose Blue, Mick Dittman second, to pay $1.90. And number 3, Black Manor, Jay Cassidy third, is to pay $2.70. That's the action under grey skies at Rosehill as we pause on Wide World of Sports.
Right, let's check results now. New South Wales TAB dividends for race 5 at Sydney Rosehill. The Hammerman Grey Stars handicap over 1,200 metres. The winner was number 5, Ricochet Rosie. Kenny Calendar's tip, by the way, which paid $3.60 and $1.70. Loose Blue, number 1, was second. It paid $1.90. And Black Manor, number 3, was third, $2.70. And if you're wondering if Kenny's on a good thing, I can tell you Kenny Calendar's tip for race 6 is number 2, High Regard. Good luck to all those punters. Let's check the second quarter progressive score.
Yes, that's the scene at Rosehill Racecourse in Sydney under grey skies and in a chilly wind as we come to the big one, the Cadbury Biarritz Premier Stakes. The race carries only $75,000, which seems a little bit of an anticlimax when you look at the amount of prize money that these horses have won between them. A great field. The 12 horses have won a total of 87 races for almost $4.3 million in prize money, and the top earners, Groucho, High Regard and Riverina Charm, all in excess of $600,000, and At Sea well over $500,000. So Ken, when people think of champions, they think of Kingston Town and company, but gee whiz, a handy horse would do me in this day and age, just a handy one.
Just a handy one indeed, John, and I think there's just a handy horse here called High Regard. A little bit better than handy. I think he's a special. I've got my cash on him, and if you're on the tote, you might be pleasantly surprised with the price. Here's the prices. Number 1 Groucho is at 12 to 1. High Regard is now into 5 to 2, 2.5 to 1, $3.50. I took less in the betting ring. 10 to 1 At Sea, 13 to 2 Targlish, 66 Prankster. Clay Hero's favourite on the tote, $3.30. Round about 9 to 4, been very well backed in the ring. 10 to 1 Temple Front, 12 to 1 Mick Dittman's mount from the Planet, 100 Mr Foxtrot, the very good filly Riverina Charm, but she probably needs further, is at 25 to 1. Select Prince, a last start winner here, out to 10 to 1, and Cool Credit at 100 to 1. Still showing $3.50 for High Regard and $3.30 for his main rival, Clay Hero. Here's Johnny.
Okay, Ken, we've still got half a dozen to move in for the Cadbury Biarritz Premier Stakes. So we've certainly got time to have a quick look at the highlights from today's meeting at Caulfield in Melbourne. And race 6 was run a short time ago down there. Let's pick up the action.
They make the corner together, but challenges are coming thick and fast. Gay Bell on the outside, running on with Bold Lily. Little Ripper looks to be travelling pretty well out wide on the track, followed by Impulsive Bitter and Lucky Poppy right down the outside with Velvet Song. They're stretched right across the track. Young Chloe the leader. Here's Little Ripper finishing well. Lucky Poppy and Velvet Song on the outside, both coming home well. Lucky Poppy's going better now, moved up on the outside. Little Ripper won't give in. Lucky Poppy and Little Ripper. Lucky Poppy won from Little Ripper. Third, Velvet Song, followed in by Young Chloe.
And that particular mare, Lucky Poppy, unbeaten in Australia, an imported mare, and that's her 5th win on the trot, and she's very, very gutsy, as you can see there. Riverina Charm, winner of the Canterbury and Rosehill Guineas double this year, has now moved up into line, and we wait for the Old Marvel, At Sea, to come up, and they'll be set for a start in the Cadbury Biarritz Premier Stakes. At Sea, last to link in. Amber light flashing on top of the gates, and the starter Billy Dale is coming over to release the field. They face well, 1,200 metres. Ready to break, starters on his stand, and they'll go at any second in the Premier. The Cadbury Biarritz Premier Stakes field steadies down in the stalls, light flashing, and they'll go at any second. Line's good. One of the riders calling out to the starter, and there's an attendant going in now to assist one of the jockeys. They're off, and a good start with the exception of Mr Foxtrot. Cool Credit was a little bit tardy, and Groucho and Select Prince bounced out in front at the start. At Sea began brilliantly and spearing towards the leaders. Clay Hero right up there with them from the Planet and Targlish soon after the start. High Regard up with the leaders. At the head of the others, Temple Front, who can't go with them, followed closely by Mr Foxtrot, Riverina Charm, and then Prankster, and dropping out last is Cool Credit as they come through the gap onto the course proper. Select Prince is the leader. High Regard is in second place in the centre. Look at At Sea taking off around the outside. Now Clay Hero got badly hampered there. He's fallen right back through the field as they come to the turn. Up to the bend now we've got Select Prince, High Regard, Groucho and At Sea on the outside, and the 4 of them make the turn together. From the Planet on the fence, followed by Mr Foxtrot and Targlish, and Temple Front are pulled out wide. In the straight 300 out, Groucho, High Regard, Select Prince are fighting it out from At Sea, and then Targlish and Temple Front on the extreme outside. High Regard got the head in front inside the 200 from Groucho and Select Prince, and Temple Front is coming down the outside and finishing right over the top of them. High Regard still in front. Temple Front has lunged on the outside, but I think High Regard has just lasted. High Regard has lasted to beat Temple Front. In third place from the Planet, followed by Targlish and Riverina Charm. At the head of the others then came Mr Foxtrot from Cool Credit, Groucho. Well back as Select Prince and Prankster. At Sea and Clay Hero has tailed out after being very badly hampered at the 600 metres mark and losing his spot completely. Ken, what a race, the Premier Stakes.
Yes, John, it was a super race. I didn't know whether he'd broken down or what, Clay Hero. He checked so hard, but let's look at this. The bright green colours with the red cap. That's jockey Jimmy Cassidy on High Regard. Temple Front diving at him. Don't you get there, you so-and-so. And he didn't. High Regard has beaten him for sure. Temple Front will be second, but what a great race it was for a weight for age event, and they've run 1:10.97, and the last 600, 35 and 200. It's very fast, John.
Brilliant time, Ken. Surprisingly good time, because they had a pretty heavy shower here on Thursday night, and although this wind has been blowing hard all day, and that probably squared up the track. All right, no photo result as yet, but I'm pretty certain number 2 will get it. High Regard, showing $3.50 and $1.90. High Regard. We're waiting for the numbers to go up. Temple Front, should he get it? No, he hasn't. 2, High Regard, the winner. Number 7, second, Temple Front, and third, number 8, From the Planet in the Premier Stakes. Here's a break on Wide World of Sports.
And the New South Wales TAB dividends coming up for Sydney Race 6 at Rosehill, the Cadbury Premier Stakes, over 1,200 metres. And well done to our tipping man Kenny Callender again, because the winner was number 2, and his tip, High Regard, which paid $3.50 and $1.90. Second, number 7, Temple Front, as you can see there, $3.20. And number 8, From the Planet, third, paying on the New South Wales TAB, $3.20. And I think you should be listening now, because Kenny Callender has yet another tip, this time for Sydney Race 7. It is number 7. It's Black Routine. Go, Kenny, go. Time to update the third quarter.
Work out in racing. I've taken a Quinella here, mate. Stud Poker and Black Routine.
You're always a good card player, John, with that poker face. I think you're half right. I've gone for the Routine. Always wins. It's the top hand in poker, and I hope a Black Routine gets home here. Let's look at these prices. Cherry Vale Lane is at 11-4, 14-1 Yarn, 13-2 Miss Comanche, 11-1 Todoroki, 12-1 Influence, 80-1 Alscope, number 6. Black Routine is at 4-1 on the tote. Come in now at about $4.80. That's about 3 3/4 to 1. 30-1 Flash Gypsy, 40 Killer Khan, 50 Sales, 16 Stud Poker, it's sure good odds. Market Gold, a little bit shorter in the ring, and he's coming to 6-1 now on the tote. And Generous Prince, he's at 10-1. But My Son Avon and Exactitude are not running. Okay, Black Routine for the money from me. Here's Johnny.
Okay, Ken, we'll soon know, because we have only a handful to move up. Now, there's Influence going up with Alex Soap. Phones ringing left, right and centre. This could be the stewards on the phone. Killer Khan and Generous Prince look to be the 2 we're waiting on. Killer Khan goes up. Now Generous Prince straightens and walks in, and now they're all set. Starter Billy Dale had one last look at them before he runs over to the rostrum. And this looks like starting right on time. They're about set and ready. Starter's on his stand, has the button. They'll break at any second. Light flashing on top of the gate. Line's good. Yarn, the inside runner, fidgety. They're off. Good start. Came out in a nice even line. Hard to find an early leader. Black Routine and Cherry Vale Lane are sharing the lead. Now going quickly out wide is Flash Gypsy, and Yarn on the fence getting into a good spot, followed by Market Gold, Todoroki. Generous Prince is handy. A couple of lengths away, Influence on the inside of Stud Poker, followed by Sales and Killer Khan, and Alex Soap has dropped out to be last of all. Around the first bend at the 900 mark, and Cherry Vale Lane is the leader, but being pressured by Flash Gypsy in the middle, and Todoroki has whipped up now to make a line of 3. Market Gold can't get on the track on the outside of Miss Comanche and Black Routine. Yarn on the fence, followed by Generous Prince. Stud Poker between horses. Influences tucked away on the rail, followed by Sales and Killer Khan, and Alex Soap is last as they come around the corner. Into the straight now, it's Cherry Vale Lane, Flash Gypsy in the centre, Todoroki on the outside, and they straighten up together clear of Miss Comanche, and then Market Gold. Influences looking for a run between horses as they race to the 300. Cherry Vale Lane got away from Flash Gypsy. Cherry Vale Lane going strongly at the 200 markers, burst about 2.5 in front of Flash Gypsy. Influence near the fence, running on well, and then Generous Prince. Cherry Vale Lane is in front, close to home. Generous Prince and Influence are cutting him down, and Killer Khan jumping out of the ground. Cherry Vale Lane has just hung on to win. Another Stridey to run fourth, but he got home, Cherry Vale Lane. Second and third, a bunch of them there. Generous Prince, Influence and Killer Khan wide out, and then Miss Comanche followed closely by Stud Poker. Alex Soap a good run, and then Flash Gypsy and Sales. Black Routine well back. Todoroki, Market Gold and Yarn is last to finish. Well, Cherryvale Lane has lasted to win. Another 2 strides here to run fourth. But Cherryvale Lane, Mick Dittman just got there, $4.20 and $1.90. And a big bunch of them for second and third. We'll sort them out and let you have the official result very shortly. Let me see, what were they? Number 5, Influence, is in the photo, $4.20. Killer Khan, number 9, is in the photo, $9.80. And Generous Prince, number 13, is also there, $3.10. Here's a break on Wide World of Sports.
Yes, we couldn't have them before because the photo was still being processed. We have them now, the results and the New South Wales TAB dividends for Sydney Race 7, the Angus and Curt handicap over 1,300 metres. Cherryvale Lane, number 1, was first, $4.20 and $1.90. 13, Generous Prince, paid $3.10. Dead Heat for third, Influence, number 5, and 9, Killer Khan. And you can see they're paying $2.10 and $4.90 on the New South Wales TAB. And of course, don't forget, Kenny Calendar's tip for the last of the day, race 8, is number 12, Constant Kingdom. That's what